Hey, happy Friday, friends! It's been a minute since I've been on here for an episode by myself, but for those of you who don't know me, I'm Kaycee McCoy. I'm the CEO and Creative Director here at Captivate Digital Marketing, and today I'm going to answer your burning question of, can digital marketing save my business? So get excited. I've got some thoughts to dish out on this and some opinions to share, all based off of my unique perspective of owning Captivate, which I've done for a handful of years, as well as just being in the marketing space for over a decade and also owning a retail store. So I've got kind of a unique take on this, and I think my answer to this question may surprise some of you just a little bit. So the question is, can digital marketing save your business? Most marketers are going to tell you the answer is a resounding yes. Most marketers. If you know me, you know I am not most marketers. And I take pride in that fact. Now, I don't want to ruffle any feathers here. I'm not trying to be controversial or, antagonistic by any means. So just hear me out. If you know and you trust and you've been following the Captivate team for a while now, you know that we tout candor and open, honest dialogues as one of the promises that we make to our clients. So I extend that not just to clients, but to our general audience, and really embrace the idea that sharing is caring. And so I'm gonna share kind of what in my world, which is probably not that intense, but in my world, what I think is kind of a bold / cold, hard truth style statement. And I just say that in my world, that's probably not how a lot of people will take this, but in my world, it feels that way because I'm such a like warm, fuzzy kind of person. So what I have to say about this is that although digital marketing is a crucial piece of the business success puzzle in almost every scenario, caveat here, there are quite a few where it does not apply. I know, I might get some hate from other marketers on that, but it is not the saving grace that businesses always need. So over the past year, what really brought this to my mind and why I wanted to talk about this today is just thinking about the past year and a half through the COVID pandemic and the tragedy that we've seen of businesses failing left and right. But what I've really observed, and this is once again just my own kind of hot take on things. So, we all have our opinions, and it's fine to totally disagree with me on this. But in my opinion, the pandemic really isn't the core reason for the failure of a lot of businesses over the past year and a half. I think that COVID accelerated the inevitable in many, many scenarios. So it may not be the root cause, because it is possible, and it happens every so often, that a rock solid digital marketing plan has been put together and executed with great success, but that business still fails. And so thinking about some of the brands that I know and that you know that have went out of business in the past couple of years, a lot of them probably had a great website and some social media presence and maybe some email campaigns going out and some SEO work being done and a team of people who were actively working towards keeping that business alive. So that raises the question of what went wrong, right? Well, this is why I'm saying no, that digital marketing may not be able to be your saving grace and save your business, because some businesses struggle with other pieces of business like systems, processes, management. Others may have a lack of infrastructure or kind of an unstable business model overall. Others just may benefit and need better or stronger leadership at the end of the day. So I know you all might be listening to this and being like, oh my gosh, Kaycee, I'm hearing the sound effects from Debbie Downer, like we're in an SNL skit right here, right now. And I'm sorry for the buzzkill, but I know I usually keep things really sunshine and rainbows around here, but sometimes you just have to weather a little bit of a storm to get to the rainbowy part of life. And I think that is really why I wanted to have this conversation today and why I wanted to talk about this topic, because I think it gets skipped over very frequently. I think that a lot of people don't like to talk about these things, or, their optimism just takes over and think like, oh, we can save this with, some social media. We can save this with the right, revamp to your website. But that's not always the case. And so to get to the bottom of this, I want to go back to kind of square one and really explain what the purpose of marketing is to begin with, or digital marketing is to begin with. If you look at the dictionary.com definition, marketing is defined as the action or business of promoting and selling products or services, including market research and advertising. I don't love that definition. So one of the blogs that I follow pretty religiously is HubSpot. And HubSpot explains marketing as marketing refers to any actions a company takes to attract an audience to the company's product or services through high quality messaging. Marketing aims to deliver standalone value for prospects and consumers through content with the long-term goal of demonstrating product value, strengthening brand loyalty, and ultimately increasing sales. So there's a lot going on there in that explanation though, right? There are a lot of purposes or things that really good marketing can achieve for your business. But the key thing here for me is that neither of those definitions or explanations say explicitly that digital marketing can indeed save a business or is the one key to survival. It is a necessary component, especially if you want to grow, but it's not the only factor, or even maybe in some certain situations, the most important factor. You can drive revenue and sales with the most legit marketing plan, but if you don't have the infrastructure, the processes, the leadership, the business model in place, your business is not going to stand the test of time. And I see this every so often around here over the years, where businesses come to us and they want to outsource some of their marketing or graphic design needs. And some of them do have some of the key elements to long-term business success in place already. So they know who they are, they know who they want to talk to, they have goals, they have a solid operation in place. But many of our startups and smaller businesses don't. And so we have to figure out, we have to nail some of those things down before we can really dig in and get you the help and revenue that you want and need. So our approach here is to really get to know your business first. And that's why our team is dedicated to spending time chatting with you up front before you sign a contract. We want to have conversations and ask you the right questions. We want to get to know not only about your marketing goals, but your business goals in general, your business objectives, and how your business operates overall. Because this getting to know you stage is really the precursor to a successful relationship and to a goal-crushing marketing plan. So without these conversations and delving into the nitty-gritty, our marketing efforts are pretty much doomed to fail. So if you want to know what you can do to ensure that you are ready for a fiercely successful digital marketing plan, and that digital marketing can save your business if it needs to, or if you just want it to be your saving grace at the end of the day, there are a few factors that you need to look at and make sure are in place before you dump your time, energy, money, etc. into developing or expanding your digital marketing. So the number one thing for me is looking in at your admin, your operations systems, those processes that are in place. If you're a store, a retail store or an e-commerce store, if you've got product to sell, you've got to have your inventory system locked down. You've got to have those pieces to the puzzle set in stone before marketing can ever save you. Also, I want to make sure that you have defined your business objectives and goals. You know exactly what you want to achieve and how and when, and also your marketing goals. We want to know how those two things line up and support each other. The third thing is I want you to have a clear, streamlined chain of responsibility or well-defined job roles for the marketing tasks that are going to take place. So even if you're not outsourcing to a team like ours, you need to know exactly who is going to be responsible for what and when and how they're going to do those things, to execute those tasks that are going to send your business to that next level or just save it. If you're in that things are tight, we gotta make something happen here kind of mode. Fourth is I really want to see a strong brand identity. And it's not just like, oh, they have a really pretty logo. Cool. Companies with pretty logos fail all the time too. I know I'm just the bearer of bad news today. Oh, I've never talked about failure so much. But I think it's important, right, that we understand that a strong brand identity isn't just a pretty logo. It is how people feel about doing business with you. So a strong brand identity is going to carve out who you are, exactly who your business is, and exactly who you want to talk to. So that goes into the next piece of a clearly defined target audience. If marketing is going to save your business, you have to know who you want to connect with. You have to deliver the right message on the right channel at the right time. So the moral of the story here is that there are a myriad of factors that play into marketing success and business success in general. Just because your business is online, that you have digital marketing in place, doesn't mean it's going to survive whatever kind of hiccups, hurdles, disasters come your way. But the good news is if your business is online and you are executing that digital marketing plan, you are most likely going to see your business survive and even thrive if you're doing it really well. So I know that this was kind of a different FriYAY episode, but I really wanted to mix things up a little bit today and share with you this topic that's been kind of on my heart lately. I see so many of our community members struggling to keep things going and keep things alive, and it's a tough world out there, especially with the uncertainty of, what's going on in the world in the middle. We're still in a pandemic all this time later. How is that going to affect us all in our bottom line? Will we survive? Will we thrive? What's going to happen? So I hope that you found this little pep talk helpful. That's what it kind of is meant to be, is kind of regroup, right? A lot of this, none of this is profound by any means, but sometimes we just need a refresher. We need a little kick in the right direction to kind of clean up, reorganize, regroup, and get going in a better direction. So I hope that this was helpful for you. If you want to take the next step in securing the future of your business through digital marketing, you can reach our team by emailing info@createcaptivate.com. If you're not quite ready for that step yet, if you've got some of these things that I mentioned earlier that are a little bit out of whack, that's okay. Just continue to learn from our team. Go through here on our Facebook page or on our YouTube channel. Go through our FriYAY playlist. Browse through. We have hundreds of episodes on digital marketing and graphic design topics. And I think there will be some good little nuggets of wisdom in there for you. You can also follow us for tips, tricks, industry news, and advice on Instagram and TikTok by following @CreateCaptivate. Thanks so much for tuning in today for episode 103 of 5-Minute-ish FriYAY. Come back for next week with a chat with our podcast expert, Megan.